Hello, my name is Michael G, and today is August 6, 2020, and this is the infamous date of the dropping of the bomb on Hiroshima. I have a video today. It's Can the Enabler Help the Narcissist See? But before we get into the video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the bombing of Hiroshima. One of the things people don't understand is that your government will create this this type of relationship. When Truman spoke about dropping the bomb on Hiroshima, he says that it was a military target. He lied to the American people, and the American people became this, supporting the dropping of the bomb. Now, this might be a little bit heavy for some people, but there's a reason why I'm saying this. Had done 2 videos on this, and had done 2 videos to demonstrate how when big things happen in history, and there's a lot of attention, a lot of money being spent, or something happening, there's also a spiritual component. And the spiritual component on this was pretty big, and had the 2 videos centered on Paul Warfield Tibbets. He was the guy who organized the squadron that carried the first bomb that went to Hiroshima. But I'm just going to show you just a few little things about it. Alright, so we got Paul Warfield Tibbets. Yes, okay. I'm just going to do a few little things. This is all expanded in the video. You know, you've been hearing me talk about the narcissism, and with the truth of everything's kind of very naked or very visible when you examine things, once you understand how things work. Paul Warfield Tibbets. So the center of his name is Warfield. Okay? Tibbets is something that's used in computers. It's computer information, and this was a guy who was told that he'll get the job done. You know, he's the right guy for the job. Paul, interesting, it's a biblical name. So Paul Warfield, computer guy, will get the job done. That's not the big thing. Paul named the plane Enola Gay. Okay? Paul Warfield Tibbets named the plane. Oh, geez, how am I going to draw a plane? He drew the plane Enola Gay. Enola Gay is the name of his mother. His mother, mom, was named by her father, who read a book. And the book is My Fateful Day. Okay? And in the book it also talks about being Enola backwards is alone. Just remember that point right now. Alone. So Paul Warfield Tibbets was the pilot, or he was in charge, so he's in the plane, right? And Enola Gay is the mother. If you I don't know if anybody remembers, but the bomb that they dropped, okay, the name of that bomb is Little Boy. You can't make this up. You just can't make this up. Alright? So now, mom is the plane, son is the bomb, because he's a little boy, and the son is also the pilot. Okay. Mom is the plane. The plane drops the bomb. The mother drops the son. And then you have the mushroom cloud. And there's Paul. And unto this day, there is no more Paul, but the plane does exist. Just to give you an idea of how far narcissism can go, psychopathy can go, and even just before his death, he had never had any remorse for all the people or anything at all. Okay, that's just something to think about, and how this is not an accidental. The video touches on this and a whole bunch of other interesting things about that. 2 videos. So now, why can't the enabler, or person that's enabling the narcissist or psychopath, narcissist or psychopath, help? And this gets really interesting. So the enabler now wants to help the narcissist. Okay. Now we know this person has no identity. The identity is pushed in. This person, being their narcissist, is the head without the body. Okay. Remember, in the Garden of Eden, the serpent lost its legs and arms, and it became a snake. Okay, so we can say, oh boy, that narcissist is really bad. This help that they're trying to do is that the enabler is really trying to keep their God hooked on top of their head. That's really it. So everything that they're going to do, they're going to read books, they try and find out about psychopathy, they try and find out about narcissism, they take classes. All they want to do is conform themselves to keep this guy. That's all they're trying to do. Conform themselves to keep this guy. If this was if this is the narcissist and this is the cunning enabler is manipulating, giving the yeses when they mean no, because there's a mutual thing. The blind enabler doesn't have that luxury, because A, they don't know what they're doing, and B, they're not, I hate to say this, they're not the real desire of the narcissist. The narcissist is just using them. There's not any desire there. Another thing too, what you're trying to do outside of the body means that it's not proper inside the body. There's not unified. You're doing the same thing that they're looking to escape from their own body. Because remember, their own body has heart, spirit, and it also has pain. And they're looking to leave their own body. So the distortion that they're doing to their inner body is also manifested to the outer body. So what they're doing to you is actually separating them. What you're trying to do to help, because you want to help, is the same thing that they're going to want to cut off, that they cut off in themselves. And again, you're not. You don't matter. You don't matter, because you're invisible already. You're not a full person. You're a headless person. You're a headless person that is looking in this manner. If you're watching these videos and you're this guy, maybe you don't care, because they usually don't. If you're this person, you could try and hide your head in the sand and try and pretend that doesn't happen. But, the more you watch my videos, it's going to be really hard for you to justify yourself out of it. You're just not going to be able to do it. It's just not. There's no room for you to justify. It's impossible, because you're already doing everything that a torso would do. And even if you, I saw one person on Instagram, and they had all these beautiful things about empathy, and they said all these poems, and it's just white and fluffy, and just all you just think about is just flowers. You just think about flowers. Everything is wonderful, And that person is encouraging this person to say, hey, everything's okay. You're doing a good job. That's what you're doing, right? This is good. No, because you got to see your part of the evil. They're going to see their part of the evil because they get locked up. Life gets really rough for them, because a lot of times it ends up going to criminal activity or the drugs or whatever. Because this is a manifestation of a lie. This is what a lie looks like. The lie has 2 components. The component of the one loving and doing the lie. This person This person loves the lie, and this person, they flip around. They both love and they're doing the lie. So when you see the word loving and doing, what they're is doing is reproduce. And it's not accidental that the Bible talks about the father of lies, because you can get so consumed with the lies, both this person and that person, that their light is absolute darkness. And when light shines, they can't even see it. You're not going to help that person. And the reason why you want to help that person is because to you, they are your identity. They become and are your identity, because that's the manifestation of this distortion. So, what do? Well, you got to take out those trees that have already grown inside you of the lies, and these got to be coming out. That's what you got to do. You got to take that out of your body. You got to, if you could see this, if you could understand this, that every time that you're saying yes when you're saying no, you're reproducing the lie. Every time you say no when you're supposed to say no, right there, that's the truth now. Because if you're not true to yourself, you're going to carry all the baggage. Because see, this person, every time you say the yes and you mean no, you spread a seeds in him. And what this person does is the next person they talk to, they're going to plant that seed into that person, and then it's going to grow another tree of a lie. So you're putting the tree to grow inside the head, okay? And they're going to take that seed and give it to somebody else. So as you're saying yes when you mean to say no, you are reproducing this with someone else. Because you're just giving them more ability to go in the upward direction. But you want to help them? No, you don't. You don't want to help them. You want them to be your completion. Now, granted, if there's a man or woman and they're in truth, that relationship will not have the quantity of fights. There won't be fights like this. Always fighting. You're always going to be fighting. You're gonna have fights with roots, like deep, like mean. You're gonna have stealing. You're gonna have abuse. You're gonna have all kinds of things that are not conducive to a good relationship. But this person doesn't know any better, because again, the head is stuffed inside the body. The head is stuffed inside the body. That head has to come out. And I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. That head has to come out. And when it comes out, it has to understand their participation. That they were either and or loving and doing the lie. Whatever the lie happens to be. Whatever the lie happens to be. Whatever you said yes and you meant no for. When you're dealing with people and you want to, let's say you could see this in other people. And even this starts from very young, I'll give you one of the first places that it all starts. And everybody knows about Santa Claus. Look at that. Claus. Whatever his name is, Santa Claus. Everybody knows Santa Claus, right? You tell that little kid Santa Claus, you're already creating a false reality. Okay, false reality. This is big stuff. In my family, my mother would always tell me about my sister loves me, my sister loves me. Yeah, my sister. This does not know nothing about love, my sister. So would always say loves me, loves me, loves me. So then my actions will be based on her words or her false reality. And when everything comes out, this false reality now is a betrayal. Betrayal, I don't know how to spell betrayal, whatever, A-L-E-L, who could, you know the word. So the person that's giving you the false reality is betraying you. So now, you remember that time and space thing, time and space? Okay, so let's say time is going from left to right. You're whatever age, let's say you're 40 years old right now. 40 years old. and you had family member that was giving you a false reality. At 40 now, you're starting to get some light. You're getting you're getting light, you're getting consciousness. Your relationship with that person now disappears because it's all fake. It does not exist. So you can have a relationship with someone for 40 years and it means nothing. At that moment, you don't know what aspect of those, year one, let's say, from 1 to 40, you don't know what is the truth. You have no foundation. You've just had your foundation of ground turn into water. And now it's just bobbing up and down, and you have nothing tangible. You have nothing tangible of the relationship. That's what betrayal is. Now let me show you how subtle this is too. I have a friend of mine. Him and his father, they work nearby me, and they got a factory. So the son comes over, and we give him some ginger, not ginger ale. It's called ginger, like a ginger soda or tea, ginger something, all right? And it's got a unique taste to it. So what happens is we give him some, and he said he likes it. Okay? He likes it. He likes it. Okay? So he likes, great. That makes us kind of, a little happier. And next time we see him, we have ginger for him. And then another second or third time, his father said that he only said that to make you feel good. Okay, we found out the truth. He doesn't like the ginger. He does not like the ginger. That was not the truth. But he did it because he wanted to get an emotional, whatever you want to call it, to make us feel good. It doesn't make me feel good. In fact, now that I found out that he lied, he started to create a false reality. I had to really deal with this guy on that false reality. Now he got it. Now, at first he didn't. What he didn't realize is that now, let's say we got together another time, I would have brought the ginger. Now he'd have to continue. He has to lie some more. He has to keep reproducing the lie. And he's going to make the lie bigger. Okay? That's what lies happen. They get bigger and bigger and bigger. Not only that, now by creating the false reality in my mind, he's creating a situation where when I find out, I'm going to be this angry guy. I'm going to become this angry guy when I found out. And I did. I was angry when he told me. When I found out, I was real angry. I told him, dude, don't set up a false reality. My family was all false reality. I go, you can't be lying like that. And they don't even realize what they're creating. What you create with these stupid little lies that look like they're insignificant and nothing, they're gonna create their own tree. They're going to create their own tree, and each one of those trees is going to have another fruit. And that fruit now is going to bear witness, is going to come out, and you're going to have to lie some more. Or it'll affect you someplace else in your life. That's why lies are really screwed up. I can't tell you how bad they are. I told him that if I found out that you were that you lied to me for, let's say, 20 years about the ginger, I go, that's crazy. Why would you do that? I mean, imagine that lasted 20-year lie. It is insignificant. It's not even important. But what happens is, when that person made the lie, it's in a sense covert narcissism. Now let me get into that one. That's going to get interesting now. Okay, so what does he do? He tells us the lie. Okay, he tells us the lie. So he is now a covert narcissist. All right, so he's got his head. Body's here, body, head. But he's using that lie, which kind of makes us feel good. All right, we get happy. He told us the lie, makes us happy. And what's happening is, since he's an enabler, but not enabling, he's getting a satisfaction. He becomes happy because he used his will to create an environment, create a reality. That's what he did. By telling the lie, By telling the lie, he's using the will to create a reality that is false. Okay? That smile could be an emotion, and that's not helping him here. It's just, this is like the torso wants to have that kind of doing good things, doing good deeds. You're doing the good deeds, but you could be doing these good deeds, and you could be just perpetuating lies. Okay, now I gotta hit this from different angles so that you could see it. You're paving your good intentions paves the way to hell. All right, that's the way to hell, is by good intentions. This was not a good intention to tell us that he liked the ginger tea. It's not. It's insignificant, you would think, and it's very small. But what happens is, lying is like a doorway, okay? And this is kind of how it goes. And the itty-bitty lies that you do at one point, you think they don't mean nothing, and then all of a sudden, life puts you in a position where now the amount of lies, the scope of the lies, has to get larger and larger. And that's how life works. And you're going to have to go in the opposite direction to get the truth. Because once you get to a certain point, you're not going to know which way's up. You lose orientation. Now, this could have happened from family. It could have happened, if you were brought up, this person has no orientation. They don't know which way is right or wrong. Because the head, usually can discern between right and wrong. If you're in a relationship with a person like this, don't think what you could do for him or her. Do for you. The energy must be for you, not to mitigate or be able to deal with the punishment or pain and suffering, but to be able to sense, feel the inner voice and truth, and trust in the inner voice and your truth, so your head can come up and then you can see clearly. Because you can't see from underground, and that's what this is. You become underground. So you're spreading empathy, love, to things that shouldn't get empathy and love. I'm going to show you one more thing. I hate saying I'm going to show you. I can't show you nothing. This has to be inside you to see this. If this is not inside you, you cannot see this. You will cut off the video. You'll fight, or whatever. Can't do it. Our society, you could say that the top number one profession that this society glorifies is lies. We know this. Okay, lies. The actors, they lie. Politicians lie. Politicians lie. Government lies. Corporations lie. For to save 5 cents on a $40 item, they'll put ingredients in things that'll kill it as many people in the world as possible. Big corporations will do that in a second. Perfect example is asbestos. Everybody knew what asbestos was. That's okay. They made money. That's all that matters. Okay, so all these people, if the actor's telling you something, the politician's telling you something, the government's telling you something, corporations are telling you something, they're all lying to you. They get paid to lie. And they got private interests, not for the people. It's not we the people, it's we the people that they're getting paid from. And a perfect example of politicians and government lying together is the F-35 program. United States F-35 airplane program. It's a lie. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's only designed to get people to say, well, we need defense. We got to be worried because the Russians are coming. The Russians with their 6 bases are going to come and take their 6 bases and bring them near to the United States. It's stupid. Stupid. The F-35 is a money pit, and it's only made to make Lockheed Martin money. Everything is about making money. So The most glorified professions, actors, politicians, government, corporations, they all, underneath, they're supported by lies. Every one of them. If you're involved in something that doesn't feel right, but you do it anyway to make money, you know, it's eating your soul. Because if you look at these actors, their life is the fruit. What ends up happening to them is you see it on the paper all the time. The politicians, they're either going to jail or I don't even have to tell you about them and their lies. The government, very easy. The government's easy. You know, how do you have protesters in cities allowed to like burn things and do things? It's disgusting. Corporations, don't get me started. You're not going to be able to fight all these people. You're not going to be able to find all these people. And you lose your mind trying to do it. But if you come closer to truth and you become the truth, and I'm not talking about the truther movement. That's not going to be the truth. The truth is you have to cleanse yourself. And then your light will shine to other people. You will be able to expand the light. But you can't expand the light thinking that that's the bad guy without knowing that this is also part of the evil. You cannot do it. As much as we'd like to hate these people, they don't get like that by accident. They are helped, maneuvered, and plenty of people done a lot of things to keep them in this state. Hope this video was helpful. Maybe I'm beating a dead horse by keep talking about the lies. Hope you take a look at the 2 videos had done years ago on the dropping of the bomb, because it's really weird, because it really has like this whole dynamic going on with the name of the plane is Enola Gay, and it drops the son, the little boy, and the little boy is Paul Warfield Tibbets, and the little boy is also guiding the mother. So there's a lot going on there, a lot to unpack. God bless.